Why, hello, everybody. It's me. The narrator is back. Because I'm never truly going to die on this channel. But I've been challenged by a friend of mine that I wouldn't read the entire A Goofy Movie script, as A Goofy Movie is my favorite movie of all time, that I wouldn't read the entire script. So this is the challenge that is going to be accepted. So let's start out. Open on a Sky blue screen shows Walt Disney Pictures presents, which changes to a movie with a goofy yell of Yahoo-hoo-hee and a loud crash. The camera pans down to show a wind-blown wheat field with a beautiful blue sky and a cotton puff clouds. Roxanne's voice, Max. Max appears close up and gasps at the sound of his name. He looks around for the source, finally squinting into the audience. Roxanne's voice, Max. The camera's reverse viewpoint to show a tall pedestal with a female figure on top. Max begins to run through the wheat field towards her. Roxanne's voice, Max. Finally reaching the clearing in the wheat field, Max can now see who is on the pedestal clearly. Max. Roxanne? Roxanne is holding a white dandelion, and she gently blows the seeds towards Max. Max is mesmerized by the seeds. Roxanne leaps from atop of the pedestal and gracefully glides down towards Max. Max attempts to catch her, but they end up falling down on the ground. They giggle for a while, then look at each other. Max sighs. Roxanne puckers her lips for a kiss. Suddenly the sky changes to overcast gray, and the wheat changes to thorns. Roxanne gasps and draws away, shocked. The camera switches to Max, who now has incredibly large buck teeth. Max, partly mumbling, "What's wrong?" Max now notices his teeth. Then his ears grow and his hands. Roxanne gasps. Max continues to grow and changes until he looks exactly like his father, Goofy. Roxanne screams. Max feels a goofy laugh force its way out of his throat, like the howl of some wild animal. Lightning flashes. Suddenly we are in Max's bedroom. Max gasps and awakes from sleep. He checks his head and his teeth and sighs. When he realizes it was just a dream, the phone rings. Max is startled by it, fumbles the receiver while answering it, drops it on the floor, then picks it up. Max? Hello? Cough. Hello. PJ on the phone. Max, where the heck are you, man? Max. PJ. On phone. You should have been here an hour ago. Max. What? What are you? Hold on. Max hits his alarm clock, which was showing 4:02. The number spins and shows 7:50. Max. Oh no. Max leaps out of the bed and begins to dress while still on the phone. PJ on phone. Look, maybe we should just call the whole thing off. Max. No way, man. It's now or never. Max gets tangled in the phone cord and falls. PJ. Well, you better get a move on. I'll meet you at my locker. Max gets untangled from the phone cord and hangs up. Max's father, Goofy, opens the door to Max's room. Goofy is dressed only in a towel and has a vacuum cleaner with him. Goofy. Morning, son. Max. Dad. Max's pants have fallen to the floor when he hung up the phone. He now yanks his pants out of embarrassment. Goofy. Oops, I forgot. Shuts the door, knocks, then opens it again. Morning, son. I came to see if you had any dirty clothes. Goofy notices that the entire floor is covered with dirty clothes. Max. Well, there they are. Help yourself. Max is still trying to get dressed. Goofy. Max, I thought we talked about this. Max. Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Dad. I'll take care of it later. His sweatshirt only half on the bumps into Goofy. Goofy helps him get the shirt off on the rest of the way. Goofy. What's the big rush? Max, I'm running late. Goofy. Well, I could drive you on my way to work. Goofy begins to vacuum up the dirty clothes. Max. No thanks. I need the exercise. Goofy. Oh, come on, Max. Goofy allows the vacuum nozzle to get too close to a cardboard cutout of a singing rock star. The head of it gets sucked in. Max, who was almost out the door, shrieks. He grabs the cutout while Goofy holds the vacuum. Finally, Max turns off the vacuum and extracts the cutout, which has been curled in a couple of places. Max. Aw, Dad, you ruined it. Goofy. Sorry about that. Who was he anyway? Max. It's only Powerline. Dad, the biggest rock star on the planet. Goofy. Oh, not bigger than Xavier Cogat, the Mambo King. Everybody, mambo, 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 mambo. Goofy begins mamboing with an unwillingly Max. Aw, Max, aw, come on. There's no time for this. What if the neighbors see us, huh? Max extracts himself from Goofy and dashes out the door. Camera switches to the front of the house. Max has exited out the front door. Goofy, come around the back. Goofy, Maxie, wait up. You forgot your lunch. Have a good day. Goofy kisses Max. A few skateboarders passing by see it and start laughing. Max grins, embarrassed, and waves, then gets a scowl on his face. Max, singing. They've been laughing since I can remember, but they're not going to laugh anymore. No more Maxie the geek, no more Goof the week like before. Girl tearing up a test, singing. No more algebra test till September. Boy, singing. No more looking at losers like him. Boy with the crib notes on his arm, singing. No more having to treat. Another boy steals Max's lunch, singing. No more mystery meat. Yet another boy snapping jock straps, singing. No more gym. Yet another boy snapping jock straps, singing. No more gym. Yet another boy snapping jack straps. Ugh. Singing. No more gym. Yet another boy shouting. No more gym. Girl with credit cards singing. Gonna move to the mall. Beach boy singing. Gonna live in my pool. Max. Gonna talk to Roxanne and not feel like a fool. All singing. Cause after today I'm gonna be cruising. Max singing. After today she'll be mine. All singing. After today my brains will be snoozing. Max singing. If I don't faint I'll be fine. Twin girls. I've got 40 more minutes of home economics. Twin boys singing. Then down with the textbooks. Trekkie boy singing. And up with the comics. Maxie singing. Just think of all the time I've been losing finding the right things to say, all singing, but things will be going my way after today. Roxanne passes by Max. Max waves, but Roxanne does not see him. Max singing. She looked right through me, and who could blame her? I need a new me, plus some positive proof that I'm not just a goof, and all singing. After today, I'm gonna be cruising. Two girls in black singing. No more pep rallies to cut. Spoken. Yuck. All singing. After today, my brains will be snoozing. School bus driver singing. I'm gonna sit on my butt. Max singing. I've got less than an hour, and when this is ended, I'll either be famous. Principal Mazer singing. Or you'll be suspended. All singing. Just think of all the time I've been losing, waiting until I could say, gonna be on my own, kiss the parents goodbye, gonna party from now till the end of July. Things will be going my way. School bell rings. Max singing. I wish that this was the day after today. Max is on top of the bleachers. He starts to step down, but trips and tumbles down, falling flat on his face at the bottom. Lots of kids laugh at him and walk away. Roxanne comes over to help him up. Roxanne, are you alright, Max? Yeah, I'm okay. I just, duh. Max, and then sees it's Roxanne, gets completely tongue-tied. Roxanne chuckles. Max starts laughing. He emits a goofy, a yuck. He covers his mouth and dashes away, tripping over garbage cans. He looks back at Roxanne for a moment, then runs away with a cry of anguish. Roxanne looks down at the ground for a moment. The school bell rings. We cut inside the high school. Max, I can't believe I did that. She finally says hi to me. And what do? I choke. I yuck like a big spaz. PJ, where have you been, buddy? Max, hi, Peej. Did you get the camera? PJ, look, Max, if my dad catches me, he'll kill me. Are you sure you gotta do this? Max, it's my only chance, Peej. To Roxanne, I'm just a nobody, but after today, Max and Peter are suddenly flooded with lights. Max squints into it. Max, Bobby? Bobby is drinking out of the fountain with a straw. Max and PJ examine the video equipment on a dolly. Max, wow, all this is for us? Bobby, slurpage. Max, oh, this is going to be so great, man. Max begins to wheel video equipment away. Bobby grabs it back. Bobby, dude, need fundage, bro. Max, oh, your fee, yeah, right here. Max reaches into his backpack and brings out a bag, handing it to Bobby. Bobby reaches into the bag and pulls out an aerosol can. A look of ecstasy comes to his face. Bobby, cheddar, wolf howl, cheddar whizzy. He sprays an enormous amount of cheese into his mouth. Max and PJ both look to nausea. Bobby smacks his lips and coughs, spraying Max and PJ with cheese. Bobby, scrumptious. Let's do it, ladies. Cut to the school auditorium. Entire school body is there, making noise and throwing papers. Stacy is at the podium in the middle of the stage. Stacy, as student body president, I just want to say, yeah, to all of us for a really neat year. Trekkie, yo, Stacy, talk to me, baby. Stacy, and also, I hope that you can all attend my totally amazing end of school party next Saturday to watch the Powerline concert live on pay-per-view. Students cheers with this announcement. Stacy, thank you very much. And now, with further ado, Principal Mazer's sudden silence falls. The microphone squeals as Mazer begins to speak. Mazer, thank you, Stacy, and good morning, boys and girls. You know, every year on the last day of school, I have several youngsters approach me and say, Principal Mazer, what can we do to not waste our summer vacation? We don't want to waste our free time sleeping, visiting friends. But, boys, so, Roxanne, about Stacy's party. Cut to Max, who can see the boy talking to Roxanne through a part in the curtain. He closes the curtain and zips up his Powerline costume. Max, how are you doing down there, Bobby? Bobby, don't give me that attitude. You guys, I'm doing all this for you. PJ, this is nuts. I don't know why I let you guys talk me into this. If my dad finds out, he's gonna nuke my entire existence. PJ trips on the wires backstage and partially under the curtain. Max picks him up. Gotta say, I just pranked you guys. You got 11 minutes wasted of your time listening to the first part of a Goofy movie script. Did you really think I was gonna read the entirety of a Goofy movie script? Look, maybe if I get like 100 subscribers I will. But I'm not gonna waste my time here reading the entirety of the script. I got better things to be doing, like sitting here and doing nothing with my time. But there you go. There's just the first part. I'll probably never come back to this, because this is just awful. I'm probably never even gonna post this, because this is just awful. So yeah, and you know who you are who suggested this, because I'm sending it to you right now. This is probably never gonna be posted, unless if you post it on your channel, then congrats. But goodbye, and I'm just gonna kill myself. Alright, I wasn't gonna fully do this, but I'm doing this because games are fun. Derek, he said that he would read a script, either the Fairly Odd Parents movie or Good Burger. So I thought I might as well just finish it. So, you know, you can just have this in the background while I don't know, you play your games or something. You can just listen to the Goofy movie script. PJ, this is nuts. I don't know why I let you guys talk me into this. If my dad finds out, he's gonna nuke my entire existence. PJ trips on a wire backstage and partially goes under the curtain. Max picks him back up. Max, oh, I hope this works. Cut back to Mazer with the spotlight on him. Mazer, how about science slumber parties? The spotlight goes out. Mazer, what? Max puts on his shades and gives a thumbs up. It is echoed to Bobby and PJ. A button is pressed. Rock music begins. A large screen begins to rise behind Principal Mazer. Mazer, what? Mazer notices the screen rising. Mazer, hey! Max appears on the screen. Bobby pulls a switch. Mazer, I'm not going to. A trap door open up under the podium. And Principal Mazer disappears down it. Bobby laughs. Max starts his lip singing. Max singing. Some people settle for the typical things, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, just a matter of time before I move to the front of the line. I watch your every move. This is terribly awful. I watch you watching every move that I make. You gotta believe that I got it what it takes. Max trips over one of the wires backstage and rips through the screen, tumbling to front center stage as the students scream their approval music to stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Max is amazed to see the reaction his act is getting. He especially notices the rapt gaze of Roxanne in front row. Bobby laughs and tickles PJ over the success of the plan. Both give Max a thumbs up. Music. Till mine is the only face you'll see gonna stand out till you notice me. Bobby turns on a CO2 fire extinguisher. Bobby, a little smokage. Ooh. Max, lips singing. If I make you stop and take a look at me instead of just walking by, there's nothing that I wouldn't do if it was getting you to notice I'm alive. Bobby hands PJ a rope with a hook on it. PJ sneaks under the cover of the CO2 fog and hooks Max's belt from behind. Max, lip singing. All I need is a half a chance, a second thought, a second glance will prove I got whatever it takes. It's a piece of cake. PJ gives Bobby the cue, who yanks on the rope, and Max goes flying around the room. Music. Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Girl. Same one with the credit card. Wow, who is that guy? Max grabs the basketball and slam dunks it. As he swings back, he reaches for Roxanne's outstretched hand. Music. Till mine is the only face you'll see. Gonna. Just as Max is about to reach Roxanne's, the music dies. Max goes tumbling, finally ending up by Principal Mazer, who removes his shades. Boy's voice. Hey, it's the Goof Boy. Bobby, we're busted. Cut to a child photographic studio in a discount store. Goofy is attempting to make a child smile by squeaking a rubber duck and making baby sounds. Goofy, come on, smile, smile, Wiley. The child is on the verge of tears. Goofy, oh, come on, Kimmy, give me a big... With a strong squeeze, the squeaker on the rubber duck pops out and Goofy swallows it. He squeaks when he tries to speak. The child likes it and breaks into a big smile. Goofy takes advantage of this to begin taking pictures and playing peekaboo with the child. Pete comes by behind Goofy, slaps him on the back, and knocks the squeaker out of Goofy's throat. Stop goofing around. We got work to do. Okay, Goofy. Okay, Kimmy. Back to Mommy now. The child is reluctant to leave Goofy, but finally waves bye-bye. Mommy. Oh, you have such a way with children. Pete, mocking. You have such a way with children. Play. Goofy approaches a little girl, her mother waiting for a picture. Goofy. Okay, now, who's next over hit? Pete knocks Goofy out of the way. Pete, step aside, Goof. Let a pro show who has done. Okay, who's next over here? Oh, hello, precious. The little girl kicks Pete. Pete. Oh, ow, you lucky woman. Come on here, honey. It's picture time. The little girls giggle and hides. Little girl, peekaboo. Pete, she's so cute. Little girl, peekaboo. Pete finally catches her. Goofy. Gosh, Pete, you sure have a way with kids. Pete, oh yeah, well, they love me. Pete is holding the little girl by the collar. She attempted to hit Pete and fails. Pete, why PJ? He's been begging me to take him on vacation this summer. Goofy, really? Where are you going? Pete. Pete velcros the little girl to the set floor. Pete, camping. Nothing like the great outdoors to strengthen the bond between father and son. Goofy, oh, Max would never go for anything like that. Goofy gives the little girl a stuffed Bambi. Pete, I don't know, Goof. Something's wrong with a kid when he won't spend time with a parent. Why, for all you know, he's running around with some gang and stealing stuff and causing riots. Pete takes the stuffed Bambi from the little girl who cries. Goofy, no, Max is a good kid. He'd never get mixed up with something like that. With a loud boom, we cut to the main office of the high school. Max and Bobby are sitting, waiting their turn to speak with principal. Miss Maples, the secretary, is humming the funeral march. Max is totally depressed. Max, I'm a failure, complete loser. My one chance to impress Roxanne, and I blew it. Bobby reveals something he has been working on for a while. Bobby, Max, look, it's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa. Bobby stuffs the cheese in his mouth. PJ comes out of the principal's office with a vacant look on his face. PJ, oh man, my dad is gonna smash me like a bug. Bobby, hey PJ, detention, laugh. Mazer, Robert Zimmerowski. Bobby, nervously, okay, I'm coming. Max, here. Hands Max a can of cheese. Guard this with your life, dude. Bobby wheels the dolly of equipment to Principal Mazer's office. You can see Mazer's collection of paddles in the background. Bobby gives Max a double thumbs up. Bobby, hey Mazer, what's up, bro? The door to Principal Mazer's office shuts. Max puts his head in his hands. Roxanne and Stacy come by the office. Stacy, finding in. With all those kids in my house, the place will be like a sauna. So I'm all freaked out, but then I thought, use it. So my theme is going to be Powerline Goes Rainforest. Too much? Roxanne, are you even listening? Roxanne is looking at Max. Stacy, Roxanne walks over to Max. Stacy gives Roxanne a push towards him. Roxanne, no, I don't want to. Stacy whispering, talk to him. Roxanne clears her throat a couple times. Max still has his head in his hands, pays no attention. Roxanne shrugs at Stacy, whispering, tap. Roxanne taps Max, who immediately sits up, startled. Roxanne books and papers go flying. Max looks at Roxanne and smiles. He gets up out of his chair and then starts helping Roxanne pick up the books and papers. Max, gosh, I'm sorry. Roxanne, it's okay, really. Max and Roxanne reach for the same paper at the same time, and Max's hands touches hers. They stay that way for a moment, then Max withdraws his hand, a bit embarrassed. Roxanne, I liked your dance. Max, yeah? Yeah. It's from Pyreline's new video. Roxanne, I know, he's a total genius. Max, yeah. He, he's doing a concert next week in L.A. Roxanne. Oh yeah, Stacy is going to be having a party. Max. Yeah, Roxanne. Yeah. Max fidgets and fumbles for a while. Max. Roxanne, I was sort of kind of thinking that maybe I'd ask you to go with me. That is to the party. Of course, if you don't want to, I completely understand. Roxanne, well, I was sort of kind of thinking that I'd love to. Max, yeah? Roxanne, yeah. Max, good. Roxanne, great. Max, terrific. Roxanne, wonderful. Max, alright. Roxanne, okay. Stacy grabs Roxanne's arm and begins to drag her away. Stacy, come on, Roxanne. We don't want to belabor the moment, now do we? Roxanne, well, I'd better be going. Max, I'll call you later. Roxanne, okay, bye. Roxanne backs into the door, giggles nervously with a final bye, leaves the office. Stacy, see, that wasn't so bad. I told you men are easy to deal with. Max, yes, she said yes. Woo-hoo, everybody, mambo. Max grabs Miss Maples and begins to mambo with her. Miss Maples, it's not my break yet. Hearing the commotion, Bobby and Principal Mazer come out to the office. Bobby, yeah, dance with her, groove with her. Mazer, Miss Maples, sing songish. Yes, sir. Mazer, get that boy's father on the phone at once. Miss Maples sing songish. Right away, sir. Cut to Goofy answering the phone at the discount store. Hello? Mazer, yes, Mr. Goof. This is Principal Mazer. I'm calling to regard you to your son Maximilian. Goofy, Max? Oh my gosh, is he hurt? Mazer, no, Mr. Goof, he's in trouble. Goofy, trouble? What kind of trouble? Mazer, dressed like a gang member. Goofy, gang member. Mazer, your son caused the entire student body to break out into a riotous frenzy. Goofy, riot? It couldn't be my... Mazer, if I were you, Mr. Goof, I'd seriously reevaluate the way you're raising your child before he ends up in the electric chair. Goofy, the electric chair? He lets the phone drop. What am I gonna do? Goofy is suddenly bathed in a beam of blue light. P8, blue light special on aisle 3, blue light special on aisle 3. Following the light, Goofy is drawn to their display case of small chromatic figures of a goof fishing. Goofy bobs the head of one of the figures with bounces around a while. Goofy, like destiny. Cut back to the photo studio. P is about to get a picture of the little girl who is still relocated to the set. P, okay kiddo, now smile. She gives a big smile, but suddenly Goofy's face is in the viewfinder. Like destiny, Idaho. P, like what? Goofy, you were right, Pete. Nothing like the great outdoors to strengthen the bond between father and son. You said so yourself, Pete. Well, yeah, but Goofy dances away. Goofy, I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing with my boy. Pete, yeah, okay, precious thing. Give me a big smile. Only the diaper remains on the set. The little girl giggles as she runs after Goofy. Girl, fishy, fishy. Cut to the front of the high school. The final bell rings and students come dashing out. Max walks out with a big smile on his face. Boy to Max, cool concert, lad. Max, what? Another boy, well, bud. Girl, same as with the credit cards. Hey, Max, wicked dance. Max, thanks. Stacy comes by and pushes the girl away. Stacy, forget it, girl. He's Roxanne's. PJ, way to go, man. He jumps on the Max's shoulders. I just heard about you and Roxanne. Max, oh, PJ. PJ starts giving Max noogies. Max dumps PJ off. PJ, see, I told you our plan would work. Chanting, Max, Peach, knock it off. Bobby, maximum. Cheerleaders, Max. More and more of the students join the chant until the entire school student body is chanting Max. Max is pleasantly shocked. He dances his way. Music. All I need is half a chance, a second thought, a second glance full. I prove I got whatever it takes. Max lip singing. It's a piece of cake. Music. Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Till mine is the only face you'll see. Gonna stand out. Stand out. Yeah. Stand out. Till mine is the only face you'll see. Gonna stand out till you notice me. Max kicks the gate of his home open and walks through. Goofy is loading the car with a lot of stuff. Max, going somewhere, Pop? Goofy, sure are, pal Rooney. Max, cool, we'll have a good time, Dad. If you're going to be gone for more than a month, drop me a line. Goofy, but Max, this isn't just my vacation, it's a vacation with me and my best buddy. Max, oh, Donald Duck? Goofy, no silly, with you. Spins shot to Max with a shocked expression. Max faints. Goofy, are you okay, Maxie? Max comes to... Max, what did you say? Goofy, that's right, a vacation, son. We'll spend some real quality time together. Max, I think I'm gonna be sick. Goofy, hey, I got a present for you. Goofy grabs Max and proceeds to change his clothes, to Max protests. Max is shown with a complete fishing outfit on with an inflatable life vest. Goofy pulls a cord and the vest inflates, making Max look like a roly-poly. Goofy, you look just like I did when I was your age. Max, please don't say that, Dad. Goofy, wait, I saved the best for last. Goofy removes a case from behind his back, and blows the dust off of it. Goofy, it's been handed down from goof to goof to goof, and now it's yours, son. Goofy opens it to reveal a fly casting rod. Max, a stick? Goofy, no, silly, a fishing pole. Max, fishing? We're going fishing? Goofy, yup, just like my dad and me did. Two best buddies fishing on Lake Destiny, away from it all. Max, I don't want to be away from it all, Dad. I like it all. Goofy, hey look, Maxie, we're using the same map me and my dad used. We'll take the same route and make the same stops and see the same sights. Max, but that trip would take weeks, Dad. Goofy, exactly. Getting there is half the fun. Max pushes the map away. Max, put the map away, Dad. It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's not. Careful, son, you'll wrinkle my past and our future. What the map says, Max, we will follow. Max, that's very mystical and everything, Dad, but seriously, there's a party I have to go to, Goofy. Oh, there'll be plenty of time for parties when you're older, Maxie. Why, when I was your age, I'd never been invited to a party. Now look at me. Max, great, Dad. Goofy opens the car. Hop in, Maxie. Max, close the car door. No. Goofy tries using sympathy. Alright, then. Guess I'll have to go all alone. That's all. Just sit in the boat all alone and talk to myself all alone. Max, brightly. I guess so. Goofy opens the car door. Oh, come on, hop in. Max shuts it. No, Dad. Goofy opens it. Just hop right in there. Max shuts it. No. Goofy opens it and stuffs Max in. Come on, Maxie, go for it. Goofy, we're ready for takeoff. Goofy goes around to the door and gets in. Goofy, step for the adventure, Maxie. Max, why are you doing this to me, Dad? Goofy, because I don't want you to end up in the electric chair. He gives Max a hug, which deflates the life vest. Max, the electric chair? What are you? Goofy, I'm not giving up on you, son. Together we're gonna work this out. Max, work this out. But Dad, Goofy, no buts about it, Maxie boy. Your old pop knows best. Goofy starts the car and backs out. Goofy, goodbye, house. Goodbye, mailbox. Goofy runs over his fence while turning into the street. Goofy, goodbye, pile of broken wood. Max, goodbye, hopes. Goodbye, dreams. Goodbye, Roxanne. Roxanne, Dad, I gotta stop somewhere first. I have to talk to someone. Goofy, well. Max grabs the steering wheel, and the car swerves down a side street. After knocking over a few things, the car stops in front of Roxanne's house. Max gets out of the car. Goofy, now make it quick, Maxie boy. We gotta put some road behind us. Max walks up to the front door. Max, you get to cancel your first date in less than an hour. Max rings the doorbell. Max, must be some kind of lame-o record. The door opens to reveal a rather mean-looking person who growls at Max. Max, hi, is Roxanne home? Oh, my name is Max. Does Roxanne live here? Does she even live on this block? Roxanne, wait, it's okay. Daddy, Max is a friend from school. Roxanne's father lovingly pats Roxanne and growls at Max again. He turns and goes back inside. Roxanne, go on. Good daddy. Hey, Max. Max mumbles something. Roxanne, you want to have a seat? Max mumbles something, then helps Roxanne to sit on her porch railing. Roxanne's father, peeking through the mail slot, growls at Max. Max puts his hand behind him and grins nervously. Roxanne, Daddy, the mail slot closes. Roxanne, I promise he'll be better behaved when you pick me up to the party. Max, that's sort of why I came by, Roxanne. I'm really looking forward to it, Max. Max, I was too. Roxanne, disappointment. Was? Max, where you see my dad's on a stupid father-son kicking Roxanne. Oh, don't worry about it, Max. It's just a dumb party. Max, no, it's not, Roxanne. I just really wanted to go with you. Roxanne, no, Max. I understand, really. Sometimes these things happen. Max, my dad surprised me. I don't even want to go, but I have no choice. Roxanne, I'm sure I can find someone else. Max, someone else? Roxanne, I'll just talk to you later. Max, thinking quickly. Roxanne, my dad's taking me to the Powerline concert in L.A. Roxanne, your dad's taking you clear across the country to see a concert? Max, well, you see, my dad, knows Powerline. They used to play together in a band. Yeah, the car horn honks. Goofy, come on, son. Let's get the show on the road. Max, just a minute, you party animal. You. Goofy looks confused, then grin. Roxanne, you're really serious. Max, absolutely. So, you aren't still thinking of going with someone else, are you? Roxanne, well, I guess... Max, because I was hoping I could wave to you on the stage when we joined Powerline for the final number. Roxanne, this is incredible. Max, well, we'll miss our date for anything that wasn't incredible, Roxanne. Roxanne kisses Max on the cheek. Max dreamingly staggers back to the car. Roxanne, have a great time at the concert, Max. Max mumbles something. Roxanne, I'll see you on TV. Reality hits Max, and then he has said something he can't possibly go through with. Max, I'm in deep sludge. Fade to Max and Goofy leaving the city. Goofy is driving and running a video camera at the same time. Oh, God. I'm gonna die. Goofy, day one. Well, here we are, out on the open road, retracing the steps of my boyhood. And here's Maxie. Say hi, Max. Max is totally depressed, pays no attention. Goofy, well, how about a wave? Max pulls his hand in front of the lens. Max, on out, Dad. Goofy, what a kidder. Goofy puts the camera down and notices that Max looks really depressed. He gets an idea and takes out a list from his pocket. Goofy, to himself, fun games I used to play with my dad. Road Bingo 20. To Max, hey Maxie, let's play a game. You think of a name and I'll try to guess who it is. Man or woman? Max, disgusted. Man. Goofy, man, huh? That's a toughie. Let's see. Walt Disney? Max, showing no interest. Right. Goofy, I'm good at this. Now I'll think of one. Max turns on the radio and plays acid rock. Max starts doing air guitar. Goofy, oh, you want to sing a song? Me and my dad used to sing this one all the time. Goofy puts in an 8-track tape, which interrupts the rock music that starts playing High Hopes. Goofy sings along. Max changes back to the rock music. Goofy changes it back to High Hopes. It goes back and forth until they break the radio. Max, oh, great, Dad. Now we have no music. Goofy, oh, Maxie, it's not so bad. We'll just have to entertain ourselves. The beat is established by the car keys. The car, backfiring, joins in. Goofy starts to whistle the tune. Goofy singing, do you need a break from modern living? Do you long to shed your weary load? If your nerves are raw, your brain is fried, just grab a friend and take a ride together upon the open road. Speaking, come on, Maxie. Max, singing, all in all, I'd rather have detention. All in all, I'd rather eat a toad. And the old man drives with such a klutz that I'm about to hurl my guts directly upon the open road. Goofy singing, there's nothing that upset me, 'cause now we're on our way. Our trusty map will guide us straight and true. Max singing, Roxanne, please don't forget me. I will return one day, though I may be in traction when I do. Goofy singing, me and Max relaxing like the old days. Max singing over Goofy, it's far worse than dragon breath and acne. Goofy singing in a buddy kind of way. Max singing over Goofy, I'm so mad I think I may explode. Goofy singing, when I could see that highway I could cry. Max singing, you know that's funny, so could I. Both singing, just being out on the open road. See cowboy girls in pickup singing, howdy boys, is this the way to Nashville? Tow truck driver singing, watch it Mac, or you'll be getting towed. Con in paddy wagon singing, I'm in no hurry to arrive because I'll be turning 65 the next time I seize the open road. Goofy looks at the con, then at depressed Max, imagining Max in a striped prison uniform. He drives away quickly. Small driver singing, just a week of rest and relaxation. Large wife spoken, yeah. Small driver singing, and the odd romantic episode. Max spoken, very odd. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck are hitchhiking. Mickey, and it's California air bust. Little old lady from Pasadena singing, look out you dirtbags, eat my dust, from now on I'm on the open road. Goofy singing, it's me and little Maxie, my pipsqueak pioneer. Nuns singing, their car edges forever westward ho, spoken yeehaw. Max, could someone call a taxi and get me out of here to Beverly Hills 90210? All singing, every day, another new adventure, every mile, another news of code. And the cares we had are gone for good. Max singing, and I'd go with them if I could. All singing, I got no strings on me, I'm feeling fancy free, how wonderful to be on the open road. The car drives off into the sunset. We fade the next day. Goofy's driving with the map in front of him so he can't see. Max is moping. The car drifts left of center. Max glances up and his expression changes to concern. The truck horn blows. Max looks alarmed. The truck horn blows again. Max grabs the steering wheel and turns the car back into the right lane, just as the truck goes by. Max, Dad, you're gonna get us killed. Why don't you just give me the map? Goofy, oh no thanks, son. Navigating is a big responsibility. Besides, you wouldn't want to spoil the big surprise. I'm taking you someplace pretty special. They pull into a rather seedy-looking attraction called the Lester's Possum Park and stop. Goofy, gosh, it's just better than I remembered. Cut to the mother attempting to drag her daughter through the entrance to the park, which resembles the mouth of a possum. Girl, no, Mommy, I don't want to go. Max, unenthused, yeah, fun. Tell you what, I'm gonna wait right here in the car. Goofy, you party pooper, come on. This is gonna be fun. Cut to the interior of a small old theater. Old Possum, howdy there, folks. Lester's a proud president of the Possum Posse Jamboree. Here it is. Several patrons clap for the show as Goofy and Max enter. Goofy, oh good, we're just in time. The curtain opens and shows the 4 holes in the ground. Out of one of the holes come out a mechanical possum, which has obviously seen better days. Lester, howdy, folks. Who's your favorite possum? Several patrons about shout, Lester. Goofy, I got us a seat right up front. Lester, let me introduce you to the posse. There's Budford, Beulah, and Mordecai. Each popping out of a hole. Mordecai is a terrible electrical short. Mordecai, hey Lester's. Ready for yodeling? Lester, sure am, but Buford. Lester singing. Now gather around my possum pals and join the tambourine. Hoot and howl and holler from the heart. Max speaking. This is pathetic, Lester. And every chicken, pig, and goat will help you by yelping out a yodel here at Lester's Possum Park. Lester speaking. Jump in, folks. It's yodeling time. Many patrons join in the yodeling activities. Goofy. Max just looks disgusted. Lester singing. Lester's Possum Park. Max is getting more and more disgusted at the show. Lester singing. Well, don't you want to be hanging from a tree? We're mighty glad to see ya, and parking's always free. Lester begins to break down. Lester singing. Here at Lester's Paw, Paw, Paw. The old possum thumps the side of the stage. Lester singing Possum Park. Goofy is catching it all on video. He then sees a souvenir stand and gets an idea. Goofy, hey, that's the ticket. I'll be right back, my little possum pal. Max, my life's a living... Lester, hello, little buddy. A man in a Lester Possum costume comes out to Max. Max turns his back on him and tries to ignore him. Lester comes around to Max's friend. Lester, who's your favorite possum? Max, don't touch me. Lester, aw, why such a long face? You're so sad. Boo-hoo-hoo. I know, you need a big hug from Lester. Max, don't even think about it. Lester gives Max a giant hug. Lester, see? Now you're feeling all good inside. Max slaps Lester and turns his false head backwards. Max, beat it. Doofus. Lester staggers off, unable to see where he is going. He is knocked down and dragged off by several kids. Max. Oh no, Dad, no, that's not for me, please. Goofy comes back wearing a dead possum hat and puts one on Max. Goofy, here you go, sport. Let's say we got our picture taken. Cut to a little girl crying well, her picture is taken, Max. You've got to be kidding me. Goofy. All right, but you're missing out. Max soon hears a lot of people laughing. Goofy is hanging upside down from a tree between 2 possums to get his picture taken. Goofy, hiya, son. Kids, hey everyone, check out the dork. Photographer say sassafras. Goofy, sassafras. The branch breaks and Goofy falls to the ground. This sends one of the possums hurtling towards Max. It hits him in the face. The possum then crawls down Max's sweatshirt. Max beings to jump around in an attempt to get the possum out. A couple of musicians start playing country music, mistaking Max's great rotations for an attempted dance. Goofy sees Max just as Max manages to get the possum out of his pants. Goofy, that's the spirit, Maxie. Goofy grabs Max and starts dancing with him. Max, no, don't, Dad. This is embarrassing. Goofy finally finishes the dance with Max on his knee. Kid, it's Dork and Dork Jr. Max listens to everyone laughing at him, and his dad takes the hat off his head, throws it to the ground, and fights his way out of the crowd. He goes to the car and finds it locked. He pounds his fist on the door just as it starts to rain. He walks to the highway and starts hitchhiking. A passing car sprays him with water, but he continues to hitchhike. Goofy comes out. Goofy, Max, hey, what the heck are you trying to do? Max, trying to get away from you. Max leaves the highway and goes back to the car. Goofy, for me, what did I do? Max, forget it. Goofy, I thought we were having fun. What's the matter? Max, nothing. Let's just go. Come on. Goofy sadly unlocked the door and Max gets in. Goofy goes around to get into the other side. He then hands Max the hat he threw away. Goofy, oh, you dropped your hat. Max blows up, rolls down the window, and throws the hat away again. Max, this is the stupidest vacation you dragged me to. Away from home, you jam me in this dumb car, then drive me 1,000,000 miles away to see some stupid rat show. Call me when the trip is over. Goofy sadly starts the car and drives off. We fade to a campground. Goofy's setting up a tent and Max is sitting by a rock. He is stirring the water with a stick. In the ripples, he imagines he sees the face of Roxanne. Suddenly, Goofy steps in the middle of her image. Goofy, tentatively, hey Max, you wanna get in some fishing practice? It's just a couple of days till we get to Lake Destiny. Max, maybe later. Max wanders off. Goofy sadly returns to the tent and begins to unroll a sleeping bag. In the tent, a huge RV rolls up over top of the tent, proceeds to produce a hot tub, a basketball court, a bowling alley, and a swimming pool. Max comes back to see what's happening. Max, whoa, now that's what I call camping. Goofy is still in the tent, unaware of the RV over him. Goofy, you say something, Max? Ow. A door on the back of the RV unfolds, hitting Goofy on the head. Out of the back of the RV steps Pete. Goofy, Pete, Goofy. What a serendipity doodah. Who do you thunk it, huh? Max, is PJ here? Pete, oh yeah, I'm sure he's loafing around here somewhere. Cut to the inside of the RV. PJ is buffing the floor and dusting while listening to Powerline on the stereo. He is singing along. Max, what a goob. PJ begins treating the buffer like a microphone, still singing along. Max turns off the stereo. PJ oblivious, keeps singing. PJ singing, even if I gotta shout out loud, no matter what you look, it's Max. And spoken, Max, hey. PJ, whoa, a small wilderness, dude. Didn't expect to run into you. Max, apparently not. PJ, you're just jealous, man, because you ain't got the moves. Max, yeah, you can keep the moves, but I wouldn't mind having this RV. You're so lucky, man. PJ, me? Oh, come on, you're the star. Max, what are you? PJ, you're going to the Powerline concert. Oh, it's unbelievable, man. Max, who told you that? PJ, come on. Everybody knows in town about it, Max. You're gonna be famous, buddy, especially with Roxanne. Max, there's only one person who doesn't know about it yet, PJ, who? Max, my dad. Cut to the roof of the RV where Pete and Goofy are. Pete begins to go bowling. Pete, so tell me, Goof, is that your kid? Are your kids still giving you gruff? Goofy, oh, I don't know what's wrong. It just seems like everything I try only drives him further away. Pete, wrong, Goof. Look, if you keep them under your thumb, they'll never end up in the gutter. Pete bowls and gets 9 pins, leaving 1 standing. Goofy, too bad. Pete almost hit. Watches PJ. PJ comes running up to the roof. PJ, yes sir. Coming sir, yes sir. Pete points at the pin. PJ goes over and kicks it down. Wahoo. Strike only. Yeehaw, thank you, yes. And the crowd goes wild. High five, son. Hike. Say, Goof. Why don't you stay for dinner? Max, cool. Goofy, oh, no thanks, Pete. Max and I have some fish to catch. Max, oh, Dad, what can we do tomorrow? So, what are we having? Goofy, but Max, I thought. Pete clears throat. Under your thumb, Goof. Goofy, Maximilian. What? Goofy, get your gear, little man. We're going fishing. I mean now. Max goes off disgusted. Goofy winks at Pete, who winks back in their fishing gear. They enter the river with their rods. Max, Dad, I don't even know how to fish. Goofy, oh, come on now. That never stopped me. Let me show you a little family secret for ahead of Dad for about 12 to 13 Goof generations. The perfect cast. Max, the perfect what? Goofy, the perfect cast. My dad taught it to me when I was about your age. Okay, now watch carefully. You gotta be loose, relax, with your feet apart, and then 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, quarter to 3, toward jet, twist over, past your dicks, a little teapot, and the wind-up. Goofy line goes all the way back to where Pete is barbecuing steaks. The hook grabs a steak. Goofy, and let her fly, the perfect cast. The hook with the steak goes sailing and lands on the bank of the river in the middle of a large footprint, 2 feet. That match the footprint comes up It's Bigfoot. He is chewing on a log. He stops and sniffs it and sees the steak. Goofy, and now we reel her in. Bigfoot is about to take the steak when Goofy starts reeling it in. Bigfoot chases the steak, finally catches it. He bites it and is pulled by Goofy. Goofy, quick, get the camera. They manage to get back to the bank, and Max hands the camera to Goofy. Goofy must be over 3 pounds. I don't want to miss this. Through the viewfinder of the camera, you see Bigfoot. Goofy in an odd whisper. Look, Max. Dad, it's Bigfoot. Goofy, could you back up, Mr. Foot? You're out of focus. Bigfoot roars. And Goofy and Max start running. The steak sails back to Pete and hits him in the face. Pete, what's the idea of... He sees Max and Goofy running from Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Pete grabs the barbecue, throws it in the RV, retracts all the equipment attached to the RV, and drives off, leaving Goofy's tent where it was. Goofy's running backwards, getting Bigfoot on video. Goofy, behold the legendary Bigfoot, fabled but seldom. Goofy trips over a tent and the camera goes flying. Max tries to get in the car. Max is locked. Goofy, quick, the sunroof. Max and Goofy drive through the sunroof. And Goofy starts rolling the window closed. Max, hurry up. Bigfoot is coming fast. Goofy is still rolling up the window. Oh. Max, hurry up. The window closes just as Bigfoot gets there. He rocks the car back and forth for a moment and notices the equipment Goofy has unpacked. He goes to investigate. Max, I can't believe it. Bigfoot. Goofy, and I've got the only video. Max, we're gonna be famous. Bigfoot has discovered the camera and has started pulling out tapes out in the shreds. Max, disgusted. Let's just get out of here. Goofy feels for his keys, but Bigfoot has found them outside and tosses them away. He continues rummaging through their equipment. Fade to late evening. Goofy and Max are still in the car. Max, is he gone yet? Bigfoot does a puppet show using socks. Then he goes back to rummaging. Goofy, nope, still here. Max's stomach growls. Goofy, gee, Max, what was that, Bigfoot or your stomach, Max? Man, I'm starving. A can of alphabet soup lands on the hood of the car. Goofy, alphabet soup coming up. Goofy rolls down the window and tries to grab the can. Bigfoot hears and turns around. Max, Dad? Bigfoot starts coming towards the car. Goofy gets the can, but can't get it through the crack he left. Max, Dad. Bigfoot runs towards the cars. Max, stop playing around. He's coming. Man, I don't know why I'm doing this for YouTube. You all better... None of you are going to watch this whole thing, and I know this. Max grabs his father's hand and turns it so he can get through. Bigfoot crashes inside of the car and is sent sprawling along with a lot of the equipment dragging along. He lands in a pair of headphones there on his head, where he is playing Staying Alive. Bigfoot is startled at first, and then begins to enjoy it. Cut to the inside of the car where Goofy has just taken the cigarette lighter out of the dashboard. He balances the can of soup over the lighter. Goofy, well, it's nice to know the thing's good for something. While they wait for the soup to heat up, Bigfoot does a hustle in the background. Max and Goofy catch each other looking at the other and quickly look away. Goofy then smiles and starts to chuckle. Max, what's so funny? Goofy, hi, Dad, soup. Max, huh? Goofy, don't tell me you don't remember hi, Dad, soup. Max just looks blank. Goofy, oh, come on, sure you do. You used to spell things out using the letters like, hi, Dad, or Maxie, or Max. Ambidextrous? Goofy, yeah, that's, nah, like little words, like Max. Hasta la vista? Goofy, like bye-bye. Max, or I pledge allegiance? Goofy, or I love you. Both Max and Goofy suddenly look sad. Max, is it soup yet? Goofy, oh, I almost forgot. Goofy uses his teeth to create 2 holes in the top of the can. Max, whoa, where'd you learn to do that? Goofy, your granddad taught it to me when we went to Yosemite. Max, you two did a lot together, huh? Goofy, yep. Now Goofy looks sad. Suddenly they talk simultaneously. Goofy, Max, you and I have to... Max, Dad, listen, I have a... Goofy, how was the soup? Max drinks the soup and leaves a mustache on his upper lip. Not bad. Max sees his dad grinning. What? Seeing Max with a mustache reminds Goofy of what Max was like as a little boy. He just grins. Goofy, nothing. Bigfoot climbs on top of the car and settles down to sleep. Goofy, well, might as well to get some shut-eye. I don't think we're going anywhere tonight. Goofy gets comfortable. Max looks lovingly at his dad, then down at the remnants of the soup in his cup. He fiddles with something at the bottom. Then he taps his father and hands him the cup. Goofy looks at the bottom of the cup to spell the words, hi, Dad. Goofy gets choked up and looks at Max, who is settling down to sleep. Goofy whispering, "Hi, Maxie." Scene fades later that night. Both Bigfoot and Goofy are snoring. Max can't sleep because of the noise, so he finds a postcard and begins to write. Max writing, "Dear Roxanne, couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd drop you a line. Dad and I are having a great time. We're only days away from LA, and I can hardly wait for the big concert." Max stops waiting and looks sad, then looks over at Goofy. Goofy in his sleep. "More Hi Dad soup, please." Max gets half a smile on his face, looking at his dad, then decides to rewrite the postcard. Max writing, "Dear Roxanne, sorry I lied to you. I'm not really going to the Powerline concert. You may never want to see me again." He stops, then realizes that didn't work either. Max, "Oh man, I'm dead no matter what I do." Max stomps his foot on the dashboard, and the glove compartment opens to the map unfolds to his lap. He follows the route to Light Destiny, and then looks down to LA. A pencil rolls out of the glove compartment and conveniently stops, pointing from the route on the map directly to LA. Max picks up and starts erasing. He then draws a new route to LA. The pencil tip breaks, and just before he finishes, Goofy yawns. Max breaks out in a cold sweat, picks up the pencil tip, and finishes drawing. Put the map back in the glove compartment and sits back nervously as Goofy seems to awake. Goofy, "How many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon?" Max, 3.5. Goofy goes back to sleep. Max sighs, looks at the postcard, and tears it up. He opens the car window and throws the pieces outside into the wind. The pieces are carried toward the camera. One piece gets caught on a branch that says, "I lied," written on it. Fade to the truck stop the next morning. The short order cook rings a bell on the order counter. Cook, pick up. Waitress, hold your horses. The waitress picks up the food and carries it to Max and Goof. Waitress, short stack, Goofy, right here. Waitress, here you go, hon. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Max has been staring at the table that suddenly comes to. Max, oh, yeah, right, here, sorry. Waitress, here you go, cutie. The eggs and strips of bacon from a face. Goofy digs into his pancakes, then notices that Max, who was so hungry the night before, is picking at his eggs, looking nervously at the map. Goofy thinks he knows what the problem is and picks up the map, waving it at Max. Goofy, "Max, I think we need to have a talk about this, Max, huh?" Goofy, "Seems like you need to start taking responsibility around here." Goofy taps his water glass with a fork. Goofy, "Excuse me, can I have your attention, please?" Clear. "I, Goofy, hereby dub my son, Maximilian, official navigator and head which wayer of this here road trip." Truck stop, patents, patrons clap and cheer. Max, seriously, Goofy, "I'm not even going to look at the map anymore. As a matter of fact, you can pick all the stops from here to Lake Destiny. I trust you wholeheartedly, son. To the open road." Goofy picks up his water glass and Max does the same. Max, to the open road. With Goofy driving and Max navigating, they continue their journey, stopping at a beach where Goofy has a terrible time with a jet ski. They change a flat tire at an amusement park. Goofy can't stomach the roller coaster at a monster truck rally. Goofy can't stand the noise. Max notices this and decides his dad needs something he likes. So they stop at the Amazing House of Yarn, one of the stops Goofy's maps. A stop in New Orleans is next with an unfortunate encounter with a mine. They change another flat tire. They visit Carlsbad Caverns and awaken the bats. And speaking of bats, they attend a baseball game where they're getting autographed baseball by very unusual means. They change another flat tire and pull it into Neptune Inn motel for the night. They take a couple of suitcases and open the door to the room. Goofy, "Gosh." Max notices the waterbed with goldfish. Max, "Whoa, ho, ho, check out the bed." Goofy, "Check out the dresser. Coral." Max turns a mermaid lamp off and on. Max, "Nice lamp." Goofy, "Classy choice there, navigator." There's a pounding on the door. Voice, "This is the police. We've got the place surrounded. You goofs come out with your hands up." Goofy slightly opens the door. Pete kicks it in and pretends to shoot Goofy and Max, and then he starts laughing. Pete, you should have seen the look on your face. Goofy, "You really had him fooled, Pete." Max, "Me? You jumped out of your skin." Goofy, "Uh-huh. I was just pretending for your sake." Max, "All right, sure." Goofy, "Did too." Max, "Did not." Pete, "Oh, ain't this sweet." Aside to Goofy, "Don't let him fool you with that buddy-buddy act now. Under your thumb." Pete's thumbs Goofy's nose. Pete, "So since we're all being palsy-walsy here, how about letting me hook up the RV?" Goofy, "Well, Pete, oh, it's just a tiny little extension cord. You hardly even notice it." Goofy, "Okay, great." Pete, "Great." PJ comes out hurling an enormous array of ducts and cables. Pete points to the room. PJ hauls it in. Pete, "Hey, Goof, why don't you order us some pizza? This might take a while." Goofy gets the pizza and brings it to PJ Max. PJ, "No, I mean it, they..." Goofy, here you go, kids. I'm gonna go check out the hot tub. PJ, oh, okay, sir. Max, alright. PJ, I can't believe you, man. Whatever made you think your dad would fall for a stupid idea like that? Max, it wasn't stupid. PJ, come on, it was really stupid. Changing the map. Pete was just about to enter when he hears PJ. He decides to listen. Max, look, I didn't know what I was doing, alright? I was panicked. Goofy gets in the hot tub and is joined shortly thereafter by PJ. Pete, taking a break from the MTV generation, huh? Can't say I blame you. Pete gets in the hot tub and water spills out due to Pete's size. Pete, people are always putting too much water in these things. Pete settles into the pool. Pete, so you and your son seem to be getting along hunky-dory, huh? Goofy, yeah, it's been great. You know, it's funny, but none of your techniques worked for me. The harder I tried, the worse it got. Once I eased up, things just clicked. Pete, oh, that's swell. So there's a problem. Goofy, not a one. Pete fakes reluctant to tell Goofy what he heard. Pete, I just hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Goofy, what is it, Pete? Pete, your kid's been duping you. Goofy, what do you mean? Pete, well, I heard that little mutant telling PJ that he changed the map, so you're heading straight to LA, pal. Goofy, stunned. What? Pete, oh, you tried, Goof. He's just a bad kid? That's all. Goofy, I don't believe you. Pete, what? Goofy, I don't believe you. Pete, well, hey, don't take my word for it. Check your map. Goofy gets out of the hut tub. Goofy, I don't need to check the map. I trust my son. You know, maybe Max isn't all the bad things you think a son should be, but he loves me. Pete, hey, my son respects me. Goofy, yeah. Goofy leaves. Pete calls after him. Pete, check the map, Goof. Goofy walks back to the room. He decides to get in the car instead. He reaches for the glove compartment that stops. He thinks, gets upset and pounds on the steering wheel to the glove compartment. The map spills out. Cut to an aerial shot of the motel with Goofy's car centered. Goofy goes back into the room. Max, hi Dad, sorry about the mess, I'll clean it up. Goofy looks absolutely dumbstruck and disillusioned. He gets in bed and turns off the light. PJ whispering, I think I better go. Max whispering, yeah, see ya, Peach. PJ whispering, don't forget power line. Max, shh. Goofy still has the look of disillusionment and sadness as he lies in bed. The shot twists and fades to the next morning as Goofy is driving with the same look. He looks over at Max, who nervously grins. A sign comes up showing a junction with only a left and right turns. Goofy grabs the map and gives it to Max. Goofy, well, here you go, navigator. Just follow my route on the map, son. Max, okay, they pass through another sign that points to Idaho and left to California. Goofy, here comes our junction. Max looks at the map from Lake Destiny to LA, torn. Goofy, okay, Max. Now, which is it, left or right? Max still can't decide. Goofy, come on, Max. Finally, Max at the last minute makes his decision. Max, left. The car scrapes the center of the divider and they barely make it past the left ramp. Max looks back and then sighs. Goofy looks angry. Max nervously smiles. Max, how about a song, Dad? Goofy gets angrier. Max, a game? A game, yeah, a game. Okay, man or a woman? Goofy gets even angrier. Max, a man? Okay, Walt Disney. Goofy swerves into a scenic overlook and the car stops. He fumbles with the back seat and gets out, stomps over to the stone wall edge. Max sighs, realizing that his dad is onto him and resolves to tell him what's going on. He gets out of the car and goes over to him. Max, Dad, listen about my directions. Goofy turns his back on him. Max, will you listen to me? I gotta tell you something, Dad. Goofy turns his back again. Goofy, why bother? I'm probably too stupid to understand anyway, right? Max, oh, forget it. Max gives up and walks back to the car. He kicks a tire and then leans on the hatchback. The car rolls forward and leaves Max sprawling in the dirt. Max, hey, the car. Goofy, what? Want to drive that too? Max, no, Dad, the car, look. Goofy, oh, the car. They begin chasing after the car, rolling down the mountainous highway. Goofy, what do you do now, Max? Max, I didn't do anything, Dad, I only touched it. The car goes under a low underpass and knocks their equipment off. Goofy steps on a skateboard and Max joins him. They catch up with the car and Goofy manages to grab the door handle. Goofy, you locked it. Max, I locked it. It's your door, you locked it. Max gets out, around to the other side and gets in. Goofy, well, you distracted me. Max rolls down the window and pulls Goofy half into the car. Max, you should have put the brake on. Goofy, why didn't you just do it yourself? Goofy attempts to set the brakes, but it comes off in his hands. Max, see, you ruin everything. The car has disillusioned the retaining fence, and Goofy is being shaken by the posts as the car rolls over them. Goofy, well, you ruined the vacation. The car sails into the air and bounces on some rock formations. Max, I ruined it. Car bounces. Max, I never bounce. Max wanted to go bounce. Max on a stupid bounce. Max vacation. The car makes a final dive into a river. Max gets separated from the car but manages to swim back to it. Goofy is hanging off the other side of the car. Max, now look where you got us, Dad. Goofy, where I got us. Goofy boosts Max to the roof. Max, you should have let me stay at home. Goofy, why? So you'd end up in prison? Max pulls Goofy up to the roof. The car goes through some rapids. Max, prison? What are you talking about? Goofy, your principal called me. Max, it's not what you think, Dad. Goofy, you even lied to me. Max, I had to. You were ruining my life. Goofy, I was only trying to take my boy fishing. Okay? Max, I'm not your little boy anymore, Dad. I've grown up. I've got my own life now. Goofy, I know that. I just wanted to be a part of it. The car gets past the last rapid. Goofy, you're my son, Max. No matter how big you get, you'll always be my son. The car slowly drifts downstream. Goofy and Max sadly sit on the roof of the car with their backs to each other. The sun breaks through the clouds, and Max finally decides to break the silence. Max, singing. There are times you drive me, shall we say bananas, and your mind is missing, no offense, a screw. Goofy, spoken, none taken. Max, singing. Still, whatever mess I landed in, who is always understanding, nobody else but you. Goofy, singing. Oh, your moodiness is now and then bewildering, and your values may be, so to speak, askew. Max, spoken, gesundheit. Goofy, spoken, thanks, singing. Who deserves the hero's trophy as we face each catastrophe? Nobody else but you. Both, singing. Nobody else but you. It's just our luck. We're stuck together. Nobody else but you. It's crazy to believe that will come through. Max, singing. So your jokes are all, let's face it, prehistoric. Goofy, singing. And your music sounds like monkeys in a zoo. Both singing. But when life becomes distressing, who will I be SOSing? Max, singing. If you're having trouble guessing, here's a clue. Though he seems intoxicated, he's just highly animated, and he's nobody else but both singing. Nobody else but you. We've turned into a true blue duo. Hard times, we've had a few. Goofy, singing. Like we're thrown in the drink. Max, singing. Like we're tossed out of town. Both singing. But when I start to sink, hey, I'd rather go down with nobody else but YOU. Goofy kisses Max. Max, spoken. Aw, Dad. Fade to further down the river. Max apparently explained everything he did and why. Max, well, anyway, I figure she'll never talk to me again over this stupid, dumb lie, huh? Goofy, well, what do you know? My Maxie in love, gosh, you've really grown up. It's happened so fast, I guess I sort of missed it. Well, I think there's only one thing left for us to do, and get you on stage with that power line fellow. Max, how are we gonna do that? Goofy, now you just leave that up to me. Max, no, Dad, really, I think we should just forget it. Goofy, now, how come you always think I'm gonna lead you into some sort of calamity? Max looks ahead, shocked. Max, Dad? Goofy, what's wrong now? Max turns his dad's head forward. Max, look, the car is approaching a high waterfall. Goofy, matter-of-factly, a waterfall. Panic, a waterfall. Max and Goofy attempt to paddle upstream and fail. Goofy gets thrown from the car and grabs a rock. Max continues towards the falls of the car. Max, Dad, Goofy, Max. A fishing bolt hits Goofy in the head. Goofy grabs it and climbs over to the formation of the rocks, trying to grab a good place to reach Max. He finally gets to a log and climbs to the end of it. He extends his pole to Max. Goofy, grab a hold, Max. Max tries and misses. The car goes over to the rock and the river flips over. Max gets tangled in a trap. Goofy tries to stop the car but falls, casting into the moment. Then, forced the falls break over the log, Goofy is dumped in the river. Max and the car go over the falls. Max still gets entangled in the trap. As he falls, the tarp becomes a parachute, and the updraft from the falls carries him up above the falls. Max then sees his father heading for the edge of the falls. Max, Dad. With a final effort, Goofy extends the fishing pole, still in his hands, towards Max. Max grabs the end. For a moment, the two are dangling above the falls. Then the cork hinges of the fishing pole come off, and Goofy begins to fall again. Goofy, Max. Max, almost without thinking, spins the fishing pole around and starts doing the perfect cast. Max, to himself, 10 o'clock, 43, Torjet, twist, I'm a little teapot, let her fly. The fishing line flies toward the retreating figure of Goofy. Both are soon lost into the mist, and the base falls. Max begins to worry that he is too late. Then, the line goes taut. Max begins to get pulled down, but he starts reeling in the line. Soon, the figure of his father can be seen, hooked by the seat of his pants. Max, relieved, reels Goofy in all the way. Goofy, with tears in his eyes, knows that his son's saved him. Goofy, the perfect cast. Goofy and Max hug each other. The map gets blown in the wind in Goofy's head. Max, boy, that has been some crazy vacation. Goofy, it's not over yet. Goofy tosses the map to the wind. The map sails towards the camera and showing Los Angeles. Cuts to the Powerline concert. Cars are being directed in. A couple of people are tossing instruments into a loading dock. A drum case opens and Max gets out. Max whispers, Dad. Max opens a bass fiddle bass and Goofy falls out. Goofy, we made it. Come on, Max, let's get you on stage. Max, maybe that's not such a good idea. A couple of spandex-dressed dancers pass by Max. Max looks at them admiringly. Max, then again, Max notices his dad is nowhere to be seen. Max, Dad, cuts to the stage. Powerline is starting his final number. Powerline singing, I got myself in notion, and when I know you'll understand, we set the world in motion by reaching out for each other's hand. Max is under the stage trying to find Goofy. Max, Dad. Max looks up and sees Powerline from the back. Powerline singing, maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along. Max has a flashlight shining in his face. Security guard, hey, what are you doing down here? Hey, Max runs from the guard. Powerline singing. Powerline singing. One way or another, together's where we both belong. Goofy is backstage going through a whole dressing room. Goofy, Max. Goofy opens one of the rooms, discovering someone trying to get dressed. She screams. Goofy looks extremely embarrassed. She hits Goofy and he tumbles backstage into a rather large and imposing piece of equipment with the door on the side. The door closes with Goofy inside and then starts buzzing. Powerline singing, if we listen to each other's hearts, we'll find that we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Through the TV screen, we go back to Stacy's party. Everyone is gathered around the TV for hoping the chance to see Max on TV. Bobby, the goof kid, ain't there. Roxanne looks worried. Stacy to Roxanne, don't worry, he'll be there. Cuts back to LA. Max is running from the security guard and climbs onto one of the top rows of the lights, which rises. The guard is right behind. Goofy is now in a large globe. Just like Powerline makes his entrance for his final number, which begins to rise through a trap door on the stage. Goofy, excuse me, but Goofy ends up on center stage with Powerline. Goofy squints into the audience. Goofy, Max. Don't worry, people, we're almost finished here. Whew. Just as with Powerline, Goofy globe is bathed with electrical charge. Goofy gets the shock of his life, and globe explodes, throwing Goofy at Powerline's feet. Powerline stops and stares at Goofy. Max, from the rafters, sees his dad, is first embarrassed, and then gets the idea and shouts to his dad, Max, Dad, be the perfect cast. Goofy does it, and it looks like some kind of dance. Powerline gets interested and joins Goofy right at the I'm a little teapot part. Powerline singing, if you're ever lonely, stop. You don't have to be. After all, it's only a beat away from you to me. The guard crawls across the scaffolding to Max. Max leaps over to him, to the other side. The guy wire breaks and Max grabs it. The guard grabs Max's feet and both go sailing. The guard ends up smashing into a large TV display and Max ends up on center stage with Powerline. Max gets up and starts doing the perfect cast. Powerline saying, if we listen to each other's heart, we'll find that we're never too far apart. Cut to Stacy's party. Bobby, yeah, Max is on the tube. That's Max, I know him. Roxanne gets a big grin on her face. Powerline singing, and maybe love is the reason why for the first time ever we're seeing it eye to eye. Cut to Pete's RV. PJ is scrubbing the floor in front of the TV and sees Max. PJ, he did it. Pete comes behind PJ, sees Max and Goofy, and spits the beer he was drinking onto the screen. He stares at the TV with his jaw dropped. Cut back to Stacy's party. Stacy and Roxanne are trying to do the perfect cast. Bobby comes by and sprays them with cheese. Bobby bumps into someone, then drops his can. Bobby and Stacy reach for the can at the same time and the hands touch. They look at each other and smile. The concert finishes with a bang. Fade a later. Goofy is just pulling up in the car in front of Roxanne's house. The car is a total wreck. When they stop, the front bumper comes off. Goofy, you're doing the right thing, son. Max, yeah, I know, but she'll probably never talk to me again. Goofy, well, if she doesn't, maybe she's not the one for you. Max, that's what I'm afraid of. Max goes to the front door and rings the doorbell. Roxanne's father answers. Max, hi, remember me? The door slams. Roxanne from inside. Daddy. Roxanne opens the door and comes out. Roxanne, Max, I saw you on TV. You were great. Max, Yeah, I mean, no, Roxanne, I lied to you. I don't even know Caroline. Roxanne, what are you talking about? A billion people saw you dance with him. Max, yeah, well, I never met him before the concert, that is. Roxanne, you mean the story about Caroline and your dad? Why would you make something up like that? Max, I don't know. I guess I just wanted you to like me. Roxanne, I already liked you, Max. Max looked at Roxanne shook. Roxanne, from the very first time I heard you laugh, yuck. So, you want to do something tonight? Max, definitely. Oh no, I can't. Roxanne looks at Max distrustfully. Roxanne, what? Max, well, I'm kind of doing something with my dad. Honest, how about tomorrow? Roxanne, deal. Roxanne extends her hand for Max to shake. Max kisses Roxanne instead. They both giggle and Max lets out a full goofy laugh. He covers his mouth, but Roxanne just smiles. But back to the car, Goofy has managed to get in front of the bumper, back on the car. He grins and points at them. The car explodes. Goofy is sent flying with a full Goofy yell. Goofy lands headfirst on the roof of Roxanne's porch. Goofy goes halfway through with his head and arms sticking through the porch area. He chuckles and waves at Max and Roxanne. Max smiles. Max, Roxanne, I'd like you to meet my dad. Goofy takes Roxanne's hand and kisses it. Goofy, Enchanté, mademoiselle. They all laugh, and the camera rises to the blue sky. The end. I did it. I did it. Oh. So, for the people who actually watched 100% of this whole thing, which I doubt nobody did, congratulations. Who's watching it right now, congratulations. You made it through the entire Goofy movie script. So, I guess, until next video I post, which might be in the singing video I promised you. Peace.